In today's aggravated world, safety and security are paramount concerns for people everywhere. In this video, we'll explore the 10 most dangerous cities in the world and will shed light on the factors that contribute to their perilous reputation. So, without any further ado, let's start the list. Number 10, Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town is a beautiful city with a lot to offer visitors, but it's also a city with a high crime rate. In fact, it's been ranked as the most dangerous city in Africa with a homicide rate 63.9 cases per 100,000 people and a robbery rate of 1,077 per 100,000 people, which is 139% more than the national average. There are numerous factors that contribute to such a high crime rate, and poverty is one of them. The city has a poverty rate of approximately 30%, which is much double than the national average of 15%. Another factor that contributes to the city's crime rate is inequality. The city is very divided between rich and poor, and this inequality can create tensions that lead to crime. The city witnessed the biggest crime incident in 2019 gang violence in Nanga, in which over 100 people were killed in a series of gang-related shootings. Number 9, Feira de Santana, Brazil. Feira de Santana is a city in northeastern Brazil and is known for its vibrant culture and its annual cattle fair. But it's also known for its high crime rate and is considered the most dangerous city in Brazil. It has a homicide rate of 67.46 per 100,000 people. In 2022, in Queimadinha, a massacre occurred in which 15 people were killed because of gang-related shooting. The city has a robbery rate of 1,470 per 100,000 people, significantly above the national average of 600. The government is taking steps to address the city's crime problem. They have increased the number of police officers on the streets and are also working to improve economic opportunities for people living in poverty. Number 8, Uruapan, Mexico. Uruapan has a poverty rate of around 40%, double than the national average, and is a major factor that contributes to high crime rate. Another factor that holds a significant impact is the presence of drug cartels. The biggest crime incident reported last year was in La Huacana, in which 19 people were killed because of gang-related shootings. The city has a robbery rate of 1,610 and carjacking rate of 400 per 100,000 people. In order to reduce the crime, the government deputed more police officers on the street to reduce drug trafficking, violence, and rival cartels fights. If you are planning to visit this city, take necessary precautions to stay safe, such as avoiding walking alone at night and being aware of your surroundings. Number 7, St. Louis, Missouri, USA. St. Louis has a long and complicated history with crime and was once known as the murder capital of the United States. With a homicide rate of 87.83 per 100,000 people, it has the highest crime rate in the country, and robbery rate in the city is 370% more than the national average. The city is located in a region with a lot of poverty and inequality. It has a poverty rate of approximately 25%. And is very divided between rich and poor. This has created a lot of social unrest, which has contributed to the crime problem. Number 6, Ensenada, Mexico. Ensenada is a city in the Mexican state of Baja California, known for its beautiful beaches and its wine country. Being a major tourist destination, the city also attracts criminals who prey on tourists. It has a robbery rate of 1,210 and carjacking rate of 200 per 100,000 people. The city is a major hub for drug trafficking, which has led to a lot of violence as rival cartels fight for control of the drug trade. In 2022, there was a massive shootout between the Jalisco New Generation Cartel and the Sinaloa Cartel, which took the lives of 12 people and injured 20. Number 5, Irapuato, Mexico. Irapuato is the second most populated city in the Mexican state of Guanajuato. It has a long history of violence, which has created a culture of impunity and made it difficult to deter crime, and has a homicide rate of 94.99 per 100,000 people. In 2022, there were massive gang-related shootings at the La Moderna strawberry farm, which killed 20 people. Poverty plays a crucial role in it, as the city has a poverty rate of 40%, double the national average. Moreover, the government has been slow in coping with crime issues, which has led to a sense of hopelessness among the people. Number 4, Ciudad, Mexico. This city in the Mexican state of Sonora is known for its agricultural production and its baseball team. It also plays a vital role in international drug and human trafficking, which also causes lots of gang wars. Such an incident occurred in 2022 at Agua Caliente Bar, where because of gang-related shootings, more than 13 persons were killed. Because of low population and high homicide cases, the city has been ranked at 4th on today's list with the homicide rate of 101.13 per 100,000 people. Because of a long history of violence, the government is struggling to address the city's crime problem and have taken various steps to minimize them. Number 3. Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. With a homicide rate of 103.61 per 100,000, Ciudad Juarez has been ranked as the 3rd most dangerous city in Mexico. The scariest crime incident that took place in the city in 2022 was the massacre at the El Paso Walmart, which killed 22 people and injured more than 24. The city's robbery rate is 266%, and the carjacking rate is 125% above the national average. Apart from poverty, which stands at 35%, the inequality between rich and poor is also a factor that creates tensions that lead to crime in the city. Number 2. Tiwana, Mexico. With a total number of 2,155 deaths in 2022, Tijuana has a homicide rate of 105.15 per 100,000 residents and has been ranked as the 2nd most dangerous city in the world. The biggest crime incident the city witnessed in 2022 was the shooting at the La Maria bar, in which 12 people were killed and 15 others were injured. In the first 4 months of 2023, there were approximately 603 killing cases that had been reported. The city has a robbery rate of 1,800 per 100,000 people, 200% more than the national average, while the carjacking rate is 100% more than the national average at 400 per 100,000 people. Number 1. Salaya, Mexico. Salaya, Mexico tops the list with a homicide rate of 109.38 per 100,000 people, which is more than 10 times the global average. It is a major drug trafficking corridor, and the cartels that operate in this region often fight each other for control of territory and drug routes. On January 27, 2022, gunmen opened fire at a bar in Salaya, killing 11 people and injuring 7 others. The attack was reportedly carried out by the Jalisco New Generation cartel. Violence is a major problem that has had a devastating impact on the city. It has caused fear and insecurity among the residents, and it has damaged the city's economy. Because of corruption, lack of resources, and lack of political will, the city couldn't build a strong law enforcement to control the violence. Some cities on this list have shown signs of improvement in recent years. Addressing the root causes of violence and insecurity remains a formidable challenge. Achieving lasting safety and security in these cities will require comprehensive efforts, including social and economic reforms, strengthened law enforcement, and community engagement.